Yeah, welcome back to the fire for some more firehouse reasoning. Tonight I want to keep the reasoning what I call on a Rasta level. To explain how I and I come to be the fire lion. And the road that I and I walk. And you know what I mean? Of course, like I say, it was I was grounded, our roots in Jamaica before I arrived here in England. So, of course, when I was in Jamaica, I wasn't a Rasta. No, I move about with a Rasta a lot though, Brother Brownie was a man that in Kingston he used to collect buckle and we bring it and sell it to the battle factories. You know what I mean? So I was in the companies of Rasta a lot, but I'm a rebel doing my own thing, you know what I mean? But I still gather what I call the influence then. And see the major happening in Rasta at that time, like I say, which the biggest thing that ever happened in what the Rastafari movement is the arrival of Selassie to Jamaica. And that happened when I was 9 years old, like I say. So that was what you call one of the first baptism. The second occasion I say was when I see Bob in 69. But when I see Bob Marley in 69, this wasn't Bob Marley and the Wailers. We're going back now to, like I say, let's look at it musically. My first musical love when I started to understand music was the Wailers, Toots and the Maytals, and Slim Simit. For different reasons, Even though I was a youth. I like the Wailers because and them time I never used to see the Wailers. I've never seen them perform. Just hear their music and the sound systems, And I like their music because to me it was tough music, Called tough music, we call them music in them time. And then I like Toots and the Maytals. Because Toots and the Maytals music sound like church music, if you know, evangelical kind of thing, Pocomina kind of thing. And then I like Slim Simit, Golden Vice, Lover Style. So yeah, the Wailers was a part of my life still, inspiration then. Without me ever seeing Bob, Peter, Bunny. Well, we hear about them still, But I personally have never seen them as a group. You know what I mean? But I did, like I say, encounter Bob from behind in about 69. And 69, from 66 to 69 is 3 years. So I see Selassie when I was 12. And see Bob when I was... No, I see Selassie when I was 9, 66. And see Bob when I was 12. So in the Rasta fraternity, as I say, that complete the circle. If you know what I mean. But like I say, I did not see Bob Marley from the front, I've never seen Bob perform on a stage. I've never seen him, I've never looked in his eyes. In fact, I see Selassie, I look at Selassie, I see Bob from the back. And the people was up front was hailing him up. So that's how I know it was him. And from the walk that he had. You know what I mean? I call it the trot that he had. In Jamaica people walk in different style. And he had a particular style. Because I like to notice style as a youth. So, And I say, yeah man, that man have a wicked work. Yeah. So, having seen that now, like I say now, that complete the cycle. See Selassie at 9, see Baba at 12, completed. But like I'm saying now, when these things happen in Jamaica, I wasn't thinking of them in that way, in any Rastafari way. So this foundation was being laid without me actually knowing about them. You know? I am going to discover them right over here in Babylon, in the fire. Later on when I arrive at 27. And then revert back now to Jamaica and look into the significance of those meetings and what they actually meant. I always say life is one big road with lots of signs. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to read some of the signs. So I was reading this sign of Bob Marley, like I'm telling you, of that encounter somewhere in Jamaica downtown one day in 69 when he was walking up ahead and I was walking behind. And then, like I'm saying now, when I recover my senses at 27, I realize that what was happening that day, and a spiritual connection now, you know what I mean? The lion was behind, coming up behind what we would call in, like I say, in the 12 tribe of Israel, Joseph, which is really it's an astrological movement, because the 12 tribe really represent the 12 signs of the zodiac in the sky, you know what I mean? So Bob, Brother Bob now, being a February man in the 12 tribe of Israel, you know, Rasta organization, he is Joseph. Have you seen the base this on some biblical story? But the biblical story base it on the astrological signs anyway. You know what I mean? Because you can line everyone up in the world in 12 signs. Anyway, coming back to this Jamaican story, like I'm saying, which is very significant to the resurrection of a fire lion. This Bob Marley, yeah? in the mysteries of this thing, he's the one giving the pretty coat, if you know what I mean. And everyone is noticing this pretty coat. Like you can see, you know, Bob is not only well known in Jamaica, he's well known all over the world. Everyone is admiring the pretty coat. Or in this case now, it's not the pretty coat that he comes with, but the Redeemer that accompany the lion, you know what I mean? And everyone is admiring that. But the spiritual movements, like I'm saying, of this, was that behind him cometh Benjamin. Now, this is another thing about this movement. From I was, as far back as I can think, I've been a walker. When I was in the country, born in the country there, I don't know where I don't walk, and this is before 7. Walk from all near Epping Forest where we lived there, all England, all to Mandeville, regular, because my grandmother was a higgler in the market. So I was literally grown up in Mandeville Market as a youth, run all around those places. And anyway, my grandmother is going to get her fruits, I walk there as well, some long, far place, you know. And then when I go to Kingston again, I walk all over the place, believe me, man. I walk from Barbican Road to Caymanas Park. Some day when we are traveling, always on the feet, on the move. I come to England here. Brethren, I've done some walking in England. The only time I'm not walking is when somebody give me a lift or, take a bus ride. I've seen men come from Jamaica and they says to me, Dread, have you got a car? Says, no, I haven't got a car. And at the time they says, Dread, have you got a mobile phone? I've got one now, but at the time never. So I says, no. And the man was startled. He said, well, what are you doing here in Babylon then? What are you doing in England? You don't have a car and you don't have a, you know what I mean? But anyway, bring back this story now to the movements of Benjamin now. You see what I mean? Because Benjamin happened to be the governor of the feet. So it's only when I get into study now, I find out that being a natural footman from birth, loving the foot, because I don't like motor vehicle and things. When I say I don't like them, I just don't want to drive them, you know what I mean? I love driving in them, but I haven't got the desire to have one like other men have, you know what I mean? I can admire things. Whether it's gold, diamond, silver, ruby, pearl, doesn't matter to I, man. Anyway, as it turned out, like I'm saying, in the 12 tribe of Israel now, these 12 sons, yeah, of, I forgot what the brother called anyway, but these 12 sons, and the rest of brother got jealous over this Joseph. You see what I mean? The only brother that was involved was Benjamin. That's gone to the story, you know. So I say it's an astrological movement. And the reason for this now is because he was too young. So he was always with the father. You see what I mean? So therefore, when I see back, and I reach 27 now, I made this connection, because I don't know a rebel soldier, I will have some mad ideas. As a rebel soldier, I will get some crazy ideas, you know what I mean? So I had this crazy idea now, as soon as I reach 27, and says, yeah man, oh yeah, sir, brethren. That time when you see Bob, man, and they was all waving up at the head. You know, and you was behind. Yeah, they recognized Bob, but they never realized that the lion was treading behind. You see what I mean? So, coming to England now, like I say, on that foundation, getting lost until 27 now. When 27 come now, I recover the senses. I recover my senses that was lost for a while then. You see what I mean? And then realize to oneself now that one is actually the fire lion, as I would term the fire lion. The reason why I said I'm a fire lion, because in England here, where I have arrived, they are the 3 lions. You see what I mean? And they always educate people anyway. I don't know if it's them or whoever it is. Maybe it's mythological, I don't know. But they say that the lion is the king of the jungle. You see what I mean? So I says to my crazy self now, if they are saying this, that the lion is the king of the jungle, and they have adopted the emblem of the lion as their motto or image, then they must believe that they are the kings of human beings. If you know what I mean. Like more intelligent than the rest, you know, like king of the jungle. So yes, and when I study the history of these beings here now, yes, they are the only country that is called Great Britain. You see what I mean? So Britannia ruled the world. They once tried to conquer the whole world. Well, I says to myself now, they are not the real lion. Because don't forget I am from Congo, you know. I might have been end up in Jamaica still and all that due to some movements. But originally my home is indeed Congo, where real lion come from. Hey, Real lion don't come from Egypt and all them place down there, you know. Them don't have no lion down there, you know. Them have to import lion down there. Even back in them times. Real lion, right? Are from deep in the Congo, you know. Because that's where everything start. You see, everything start from the root and spread out, you know, like a tree. So these people who went up to, Ethiopia and wherever they go, they are spring from deep Congo, you know, from the Twa man down there, you know, and I is a little Twa. Have you heard of the Twas? Well, now that you have internet, research the Twas and you will find out that, yeah man, this man is a Twa man from the Congo, deep down there in the Congo. You see what I mean? So, this is why I'm telling you now that it is Benjamin now. Like I'm saying, who's going to reveal the Father, you know. Because don't forget Benji was always with the Father, you know. Kind of know a few things that maybe the rest had grown up and had gone spending whatever they got and getting jealous of man coat and all those things, you know what I mean? So, you know, like, it's not that the father prefer Benji, you know. Just that the youngest is at home and you get to hear certain things that the rest never really hear or get to understand, if you know what I mean. So yes, I am the one now who is going to come now and clarify up the matter, like I'm saying, you know what I mean, about who Rastafari is. Because I man surely know the one. See what I mean? Qualified for that job. And there's not a lot of job I can do. Because if I was to analyze myself, I would say to myself, I must be one of in Britain they would call it thick. You know when you're thick, when you don't know too much. You know? Because I have no qualification over nothing. I can't fix and bend nothing. I ride a bicycle there and if it punch, I don't know how to fix the punch. Trust me. I'm just not technical them way there, you know what I mean? So I am truthfully one of the thickest man around. If you know what I mean. Ain't nothing special about a man like me. Definitely about that. But at the same time still, I am the one that is, like I'm saying, going to reveal the ways of the one. Rastafari business, of course. You know what I mean? And reveal who Rastafari is. How one can get to know who Rastafari is. Because there is a lot of confusion in Rastafari, if you know what I mean. Take even my brother Bob himself then. Like I say, I love the music of Bob to the bones. But if Bob was a train and he was going to London from where I am, you know what I mean? I would catch him and come off at the last stop before he reached London. That means I love his music, but his ideas of His Majesty, I don't hold those kind of things as it was. There's only one Majesty I know, and that is the terrible and dreadful Overlord himself, Rastafari, the High General. You know what I mean? And trust me, Rastafari is not a man. Don't get me wrong, you know, Jah dwell in man, but man is not God. Different movements. Understand? So, a real fire like me, you know, is coming under like what I say, a fire general. That's what Benjamin is. You know, when he finds his senses, that is, you know. Because there's a lot of Benjamin in it. Like I say, many fishes swimming in the sea, but to different depths. You see? Some get caught easily and get eaten. I'm not talking about. I'm about a bad Benji. Yeah, a bad one. You see, that don't compromise nothing. So Here on earth, like we say now, you have different religious movements, and all these religious movements got a front man. Well, your front man in this time is going to get destroyed. Have you ever heard a saying? What did you say? You say this saying go, if you don't build your house on firm foundation, see, when the storm comes, it's going to blow it down. Well, that's exactly what I and I know is here to do. You know? To reveal. Have you the term like I don't think people understand. You know, when we say we're going to burn down Babylon, Babylon is already on fire. Real, but people don't notice it. Because the fire is not an outer fire. It's the fire that has been, you know, Rasta slowly put it into your mind. Through the music, through the word. So that these words and the rhythm will burn down the idiotic ideas that is contained within thy mind. So this fire, like I'm saying, when you are looking for an outer fire, you won't find that fire. Rastafari is a fire that burns from within. Yeah? Where we burn out the idiotic ideas from out of the mind of, I shouldn't say we, I burn it out, you know. And other Rastas who are living up to them standard, or any human being anywhere who is living up to an honesty and integrity is burning the fire. We don't have to call it Rasta. You know what I mean? But I am calling it Rasta under this reasoning, because it is through Rasta that I come to understanding, if you know what I mean. If it wasn't for Rasta, I wouldn't know anything about my history there in Africa. And if I don't know that blood clot history, no way of knowing who I am. You see what I mean? Because I have to revert back to Congo, like I tell you, where real lions come from. So when I revert myself back into Congo, you don't have any man at call himself Christian or Islam or no man at all in the jungle there, you see me? Just Congo man thinking Congo ways. You see me as a fire. So those kind of idea had to be recovered from the roots of Congo to deal with the fire up here in Babylon. So anytime a man see me in Babylon or in the fire, he don't know that I have, you know, strictly Congo business. Because we don't take, in Jamaica we say, they ever say in Jamaica like this one, they say they don't buy friends. But I man don't buy friends, I don't beg friends, and I don't borrow them. You see what I mean? No, I don't take chat from no one. You see me? Truth or death. Understand what I mean? So can you know in deep Congo we never did actually have any Bible or Quran or some books where them are deal with, you know, papyrus or anything. Congo man never had any writing. Congo man just read the bush, nature, you know. Yeah, Congo man is an avid reader of the original book that the one create, which is life itself and, you know, the atmosphere and everything. Yeah, man, Congo man is a man who read all the stars and movements of the star and the animal and the trees and everything. But no, he was never into a book. So right now up here in the fire, you'll find that a Congo man don't, as a Congo man now, I don't have to, when I'm ready to spit the reel at the fire to the soldier boy, anywhere at all, you know. Whether it's in England or anywhere, I man go and bust the fire. As a serious Rasta man now, you know what I mean? That's a joke one, because if I go to China and tell them about Selassie, them good for them, not good for them, know nothing about Selassie. When the time I go there and tell them about the one that dwell with him, you know, conscience themselves, they will know that blood clot one for sure. You think? Because the one is everywhere present at once. That I am dealing with. You see what I mean? Fire lion don't fuck about. And like I say, you know, go and talk things that you don't know and keep repeating what the next man say, and you know. No, no, no. Like I'm telling you, the fire now. I grow my own lyrics like how a farmer go and grow food. See it? Store some up and grow it freshly all the time. I can never run out of lyrics. So if I can never run out of lyrics, why would I have to keep saying what the next man say as if I don't know myself? Or why would I have to rely on what them say, one man Jesus or Buddha say something? So blood clot, what if they say? What's that got to do with anything? You know? These beings on the planet are going on as if God favors some people but don't like the rest, you know, so he select some of, you know what I mean? Giant doing no selection. Never has, never will. You see? The choice is with man. Make your choice. You are here to decide, you know. When you look at it truthfully, you know, it doesn't matter what a man decides. Because whatever you sow, that's what you're reaping. No one have to argue with a man really, you know, on a level and say, well, we. Because whatever a man is doing, whatever he is desiring, that's what he's going to reap. It's like the law that is in operation. You know what I mean? So anyway, coming back to this Rastafari, because this is like I say, we hear many men and they shouting Rastafari. And you can bet, like I say, 90% of them, 95, 97, 98% of them don't know what Rastafari is, who Rastafari are, what, you know. But anyway, like, as a fire lion, because I am the general, I am the general who work for the one, you know. So I can explain perfectly well who Rastafari is. And like I'm telling you. And Rastafari is not restricted to Rastas. You know what I mean? It's not restricted to it. Just like how the sunlight is not restricted. That is how Rastafari is within human beings. Not restricted to any group of beings. Rastafari is the one that dwell within. You see what I mean? They all seeing eye. You know, like how these, you see them on the telly calling themselves Illuminati and Masons and claiming that they have secret. Wisdom cannot be kept a secret, you know what I mean? Knowledge can. So these idiots, they haven't got no secret, they no secret. There's only one secret I know of, which most human beings don't seem to understand, is that memories recording their deeds for when they come for them. The Governor General that run things. Yeah? When they come for you, all your deeds are on your memory. That is the only secret. I know them. You have petty secret where people are hiding things so other people don't use it and make money. You know what I mean? That kind of idiotic. But you cannot keep spiritual secret. Because the only thing that you have to do to know them is to just live honestly. So once any human being anywhere on the planet is striving to live honest, the doors of what is right and correct opens. That's it. Can't be hidden. You know what I mean? And like I'm saying as a fire lion, I come to burn down all outward form of religion. Destroy at the very root. Like I have a way of saying to myself that dealing with the main three religions of the West, Judaism, Christianity and Islam, all one have to do is to root up Judaism as a false thing then. So one would in myself then, I investigate the Jew man tale about Abraham and the movements of Abraham. and Joseph and party, Moses party see one of them, man, and all these other prophets. First, when we investigate him, then we find out that he's telling a story, say roughly say 2,000 years ago, 2.5 at the most. Yeah? And he's give us all these great men. As Solomon himself, what the greatest, the wisest of man who ever lived, you know. Solomon, you know. And him tell you all these great, and even as wise as Solomon was, he could never build a pyramid. Well, him don't seem to build any lasting building in Israel anyway. Him say them have a building, you can't find it. But anyway, he's now come and tell you about all these great people and a lot of prophet that God sent. But when you ask him, say, have you got any physical evidence, yeah, of any of the existence of Abraham, Moses, Joseph, and all Daniel and all whole heap of great prophet? Are they buried anywhere? Did they leave any markings or anything to say, yeah, this is me and you know what I mean, and here is my grave? And no, you cannot find nothing, no trace of these being, you know. And we're only talking 2,500 years ago, and we can judge it against the Egyptian temples that are still standing to this day, you know. You know what I mean? And writing and everything. 3,500 years before they come with this story, and yet you cannot find no. So when you investigate them properly, you find out that it's a fraud. Whole thing is a fraud. And now you have Christianity holding on to this fraud, and then Islam take it up as well. So I say you just root up the three of them at the same time. Once you root out the Judaism, you know what I mean, you just root up the whole thing. So this as an example then, Jesus being sent here by his father, and then the father sent Gabriel and all these other things as well. When we come up to that on the spiritual level now, I don't even bother deal with Jesus. I am going directly to the God that sent Jesus and root him up as a false God and destroy him blood clot in the fire. You know what I mean? Because God cannot do anything like that. Not the real God, you know. So if it's not the real God who sent Jesus here, who is it? Who sent Jesus here? Yes, I reckon now. It is a group of men who decide to create Jesus and send him here. Because God is not the only creator, you know. Men are creators as well. Yes, man. Yes, man. Man a genius, man. So yes, the character of Jesus is a creation of the imagination of men, not of God. You know, why would God do such stupidness anyway? God does equip us, right, with our intelligence. And if for those who born with an impaired mind, don't worry. Law will take care of that. You know what I mean? When they have an impaired mind, at least they can't decide to do any wickedness one way or the other. You know? Anything, you just live like an animal and drop out. But God now, in his great wisdom, right, the one has given us a mind. Give us everything to think and everything now. Now, why would he have to send somebody else here now to tell us what to do? Instead of using the mind and the understanding that he gives us to find out what to do and do it. I start some people and about God sent his only begotten son here. Now, such ideas like I'm saying, you know, those ideas hold our mind for so long. But surely now we can see that this is bullshit. And it's only another ply. Now that the shit still is falling down around us, yeah? Money is in problem and all over the world, people. Surely we can see that this bullshit, right, has done no good to the human soul. And the only good that it has done is to benefit those cronies who run such operation claiming that they're working for God. And I know it is not God who is paying their wages, it is other men who pay them a wage to do a job. They are actors. They don't know God. They don't know Rastafari. You know how we're dealing with the Rastafari movements within this time. So yeah, it is not you hear like the Christian them about saying, oh, they say it's not all those who say Lord, Lord, Lord. So this is not about people saying, oh, Lord, 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 or like I say, Selassie, Rastafari, or shouting out Jesus, or saying, Muhammad, peace be upon to him, and remember the Buddha in them prayer. That doesn't mean anything. Reality you have to deal with here. You here, right? You're living. You've got a choice. Are you going to live good, irrespective of what happened to you? Or don't you care? As simple as that. Never mind the bullshit we hear outside religion, religious people telling you about you die and go to heaven. That is a load of crap. And the only reason why you believe such things, like I said, it is because you don't want to correct the faults that is still within yourself. Don't be ashamed of your faults, you know. We all have faults. But we have the equipment to work on the faults. So don't worry about our faults. You know, there's never been a human being who never had faults or encountered the problems of life. Every being who was born here with correct faculties, like I say, have to face the ups and downs of life. You understand what I mean? We wasn't born into a perfect world. We was born into an imperfect world. Like I say, we're born in the shit. But that doesn't mean we have to behave shitty. You see, because it's a matter of choice. What we choose, how we choose it, and what we do. A blood clot going on about bullshit, making ceremony, lighting candles, going on pilgrimage. Those kind of things are for deluded souls, not serious-minded people. You know, beings, right, who are going on about dream, mad blood clot people, they might say. Root Jesus out. And when I root Jesus out as well, a lot of Rastas, they probably don't like that. We burn out Jesus because they are thinking that Selassie is Jesus' return. I root out Jesus' blood clot. Jesus is a fancy of men imagination. And when I'm firing about, like you hear me firing and saying, don't bother think that, like me, you know. The Bible there, like I say, yeah, I know the Bible. It's God garden. Any book is God garden, holy book. But God know that some beings was criminal and they had criminal intentions. So he put traps in it. So that any being at all who go and read any Bible or Quran without their heart and their intention being clean shall be deceived and caught in a trap, which is what most of them do. You see, I always harping on about their holy book. No book here is holy. There is no book without the devil in it. Ain't nothing happening on this planet without positive and negative. If you know what I mean. Those books can only be read by bad generals. You know what I mean. And a bad general wouldn't spend this time reading books anyway. Because a bad general know that, Rastafari is beyond the range of books. So why the fuck would we have to be forever? I'm not saying you couldn't read the Bible, but why every day we'd have to keep repeating it and reading it and reading to see what? When Jah is greater than any rascal book. You know what I mean? We don't have to rely on book. You are going to rely on the one that is within thyself. Don't forget, like I tell you, Rastafari is conscience himself, the higher general, See, as a fire lion, like I'm telling you, I know certain things. I don't believe certain things. So, when I am talking about Rastafari, it's not that I believe in Rastafari. I know Rastafari. And because I am so fierce and bad, go as far as, yeah man, I have seen the one man. That means, not even blood clot angel can stand in my way when it comes to delivering the truth and the rights. See me? I am the roughest general from death. That's what I say. Not even blood clot live in our blood clot dead enough. Because we deal with that thing. Because I have seen the one. Knows that the one is the master within all these little blood clot human beings. We are run up them mouth and talk about Jesus and Selassie or Buddha or whoever you're talking about without knowing the one. And knowing that you can't know this one unless you self-discipline and live righteously. Never mind the amount of books that you want to read. And the amount of great man that means fuck all. The only thing, like I'm saying, that mean anything to a man or a woman's soul is when they decide to live honestly and truthfully. That's what the real fire is. You understand, eh? Because it is the real fire that is coming. You see what I mean? Burn out all weak heart conception from out of the mind. Purify it totally until you can see oneness for what oneness is. Burn down all your little rascal racism, like I said, where you shall return to oneness and realize that all beings are one. And then it's like you hear what we say in Jamaica, one love, you know. Well, one love is a serious thing. Yeah, a lot of people are always using it, one love, one love. But they don't take it serious. They don't know what it means. They don't see the equal rights and justice that one love brings and one love means to the fullest. You understand? But that's what we bring as a fire. It is the one love perpetuated by the one that is everywhere at once. So when I spring out from Congo, yeah man, I teach the whole, not the part. A lion, a real fierce lion, like I'm saying. No man, we don't do that, man. We teach the whole, not just the part, like I'm telling you. Because like I tell you, Rastafari is digital in it. High digital. Make things clearer. You see what I mean? And because I know Rastafari as well, like I said, 100%, I don't have to read no book. No book at all. No book. I've read book, you know, don't get me wrong. But I've never read anything and repeat them. I just read for my own enjoyment. And I stopped reading book long time ago. I could never read a full book now. You know what I mean? But I don't need to read any book and know about any great master, you know, and quote them that they said it. Because I don't give a blood clot who says what before. I and I is the one in the fire now. Who care about what Gabriel or what Jesus said? You know? I know the I myself. You see, so I front the operation in this style. You know what I mean? But, so I say, yeah man, I pass judgment unto all human beings who refuse to come out from their religious things. But when I say I pass judgment, you know, you are free to stay in your religion because that is your choice. And we are here to make a choice. But if true, but we are making a choice between positive and negative, you know. So are you 100% sure in your heart, Mr. Religious Man? Would you be willing to bet your soul that yes man, my religion is right? Because I'm willing to bet my soul, not only against your religion, but all of the outward form of religion that they're wrong. Not one of them is right in the outward form. In the inner. But in their outward movements, these are all corrupted and wicked and evil places, with very deceptive beings. Because like I'm saying, you don't grasp the idea that we are invisible yet. But we truly are invisible. That is why you cannot see the intention of these who are deceiving you. But I know, not only am I a fire lion, like I say, I'm an owl as well. When I switch on in the dark there now, I penetrate into the darkness that we dwell. And shine a 90-degree light to expose those who appear in the physical to be decent beings, when in the darkness they are sickos. You see what I mean? Without the understanding of what happened to sick soul when they carry out such behavior, because such behavior is recorded on the memory, even though such behavior deceive human beings. You see what I mean? So yes, they can deceive on the physical planet. You see, physical plane where they can trick people there. But they themselves are so ignorant and stupid that they don't know that this behavior is being recorded in the invisible, and that they shall reap the benefit of this idiotic behavior when the Governor General, which is the mighty death, come and sweep them all away. Hey, that was coming back to my Jamaican thing as well. It's funny how life turn out sometime, I say. Like God no bless. Funny how life turn out sometime, I say. You know what I mean? Is that one of my chief thing in when I was a youth was to go to churches, I say, visit if I can different churches, right? And visit a funeral if I can, look at the dead body, you know what I mean? Yet I was afraid of dying. You know what I mean? That was a terrifying prospect to me. In fact, I say I couldn't sleep, not I say, it's true, I couldn't sleep in the dark when I was a kid until after I was 7. I was that, and it was because of the fear of dying and being buried up underground. You know what I mean? That caused me to have this kind of cast of war. But nevertheless, I was still, as a youth, you know, like how some kids, I say, they like play football. I was not a man who liked playing a lot of games. But certain kind of investigation, like into churches and those kind of things, yeah. And about death. I was into that, you know what I mean? So I like to look at the dead bodies, and even though I would dream about them for a week and so forth, you know what I mean? So those was my interest, religion and death. And here it is now as an adult now, I'm still into, but I've got over the fear of death now, you know what I mean? But it absolutely drives me patty, man, when I was young, you know, between about 5 and them years, they're going up to 6 and 7 and 8 and them way there, you know? Fascinated about this death business and what could happen, you know what I mean? But now, like I say, now being a lion, now I understand the process clearly and see that now, you know, that is the Governor General of the runnings. So irrespective of what anyone is doing here and the choice they're making, you have a limited amount of time to make a choice. Nevertheless, like I say, you know, we're living in an endless universe, you know, endless time. But here now, you are given a limited amount of time to make a choice. And you are supposed to make this choice. This hasn't got nothing to do with no, you know, when people say, you should have faith. In this dimension, your faith can either be blind or honest faith. You are supposed to make a choice. You are supposed to examine yourself. Look at yourself, yeah? And see what type of person you are. If you can hold your hand up to yourself and say, yeah, I love the person that I am, well, carry on. Because that's who you're going to end up as. Exactly that. And you go with people who think and feel exactly like you. You see what I mean? No one can tell anyone what to do, what to decide. The only thing I could do as a brother is to advise people that, listen, as a brother, No ordinary brother, that no, right? That it would be in your interest then to choose positive over negative. Since as you have to reap what you sow according to the law. Not according to God, according to the law. You already laid the law. So ain't no need to change the law. The law was set from the beginning of time. Wherever that was, I don't know. But the law always run things. Nothing can ever go wrong with the law of God. So you don't have to change plans. You don't have to send anyone here to fix anything, tell anybody anything, because the law is already working. It's been working from I don't know when I say, from whenever the one conceived of such laws. And it has always been like that. So if the laws have always been running like that, and there's no need to alter it or change it, and that every being who come into this life have the ability to comprehend this law, why have they not comprehend the law? You don't comprehend the law now, or those who never did it in the past never comprehend the law, right? Because they never live honestly enough to do it. It is only liberty that can reveal the law to you. Not stop going about the earth talking about great beings and angel and rascal, archangel, Jesus and Selassie and the Buddha and Muhammad and Nelson Mandela and that's it too. And whoever you're naming out, there's man a dead brethren. Dead man when they was alive, and you didn't even know them. You never know their true character. You read about them in book and forever singing about them. All these men, like I say, was full of shit, just like you are. Nothing important about any beings. Nothing important about your rascal name. You know what I mean? You're just a being. All beings who come out of pussy and come here are just beings who are here to make a choice. That's all this game is about. You must make a choice. Are you going to make a choice to live life as a decent human being who love what is right and correct? Or don't you give a fuck? So you're going to just live anyhow. That is still your choice. Because your life is your life, and one can do what they will with their life. Because at the end of the day, like I'm saying, you are the one who is going on to reap. Now, if you are making negative choices, you might not be aware that life is a continuous flow. You might be deceiving yourself and thinking that this is the only life that you've got. And therefore, if you are thinking like that, this might contribute to your ungodly behavior. Because you are reasoning that there is no consequences to action. But as a brother now, this is where I step in as a brother and say, no. There is consequences to action. You know, so I'm just warning you. Can't stop you. Because as a brother, you can tell me to fuck off as well. No problem, you know. I haven't got no compulsion that you should listen to what I say. But I'm saying, though, you ignore the advice at your own detriment. Own detriment when you ignore any being at all, I say, who ignore the advice of a fire. You do so, right, at your own detriment. Any being at all. I say the rascal being living or dead. I don't care what the being them there. Anywhere in the universe when I speak my word. I say if they are on earth and they should ignore what I am telling them, they are doing so at their own peril. And if they are anywhere in the rascal universe, when they hear the vibration of the word going out on the ether, if they ignore that rascal vibration, danger to them. You know? Because this is the vibration of truth. Not no rascal to have truth, but the living one. Because I know the living one that dwell within Rastafari himself, the High General. The one that is in Buckingham Palace and in the Pope, the man in the rascal, like I say, full of shit human being who crawl upon this planet and put themselves up on any high pedestal. Well, in the fire. Fire is a thing we destroy all those down to a level. destroy all prophets and all blood clot saint, angel and archangel, plus the God that sent them as well. Burn them up in this fire. No illusion shall survive the fire. Purification of thy soul, I say. Back to oneness, where you're going to realize that sunlight can only come from one place, the sun. And the truth cometh from only one place, yeah. From within. Nowhere else. No truth can come from anywhere else apart from out of the conscience of human beings. Because the conscience is the rascal master. And I have seen that one myself. You know, I like to repeat it over and over because it's such a shocking statement. If anyone should dare to say that they have seen the terrible and dreadful overlord himself, the High General. Since as these little ungodly religious people have got it about that if you see God you die or some kind of thing happen. Why should one love kill one? Are you stupid? You know what I mean? The reason why maybe beings has never behold this one before, maybe they never love truth with the passion that a fire lion love truth in it. Because like I tell you, I don't have no love for diamond, ruby, gold, silver, nothing that I see on earth or in heaven when I imagine those things. I only love what is right and correct and truthful. You see what I mean? Love that with a passion. So yeah, maybe because we love differently as an outside rebel from Congo. Maybe because we are passionate about love of the one. Because when you're passionate, you know, that doesn't mean that because I am passionate about the one, you know, that life is all rosy for me. It's not rosy. You know what I mean? I am just passionate by myself. But that doesn't mean that life, in fact, life is very unrosy. The more passionate I am about the one, the more difficulties that I have to face in my movements. I have never had anything easy, you know, pure hard things and struggle we go through in Babylon, up here. Right now I'm up in Babylon, I would say 42 years. I would love it in my heart and mind and soul now if I could just shoot back to Jamaica and never come back to England. But I can't even afford the flight to go home. Never mind to go to Jamaica and live, which is what I would really want to do, because Babylon too cold, you know. At least I reached the age now where I should be going back home. But everything that I've ever made in Babylon, if anything that I've other human beings always take it away anyway, you know what I mean? They're more faster than me that way. So if anytime I have anything at all, if I have 10 eggs, you're sure somebody is going to take the 10 and then not give it me 2 out of it a blood clot, trust me. And I never get the chance to take the egg, you know. Somebody always take my egg. So I am. It's not nobody think now that because you're starting to know yourself and trying to live, that life is going to be rosy. But you don't look at the short term, look at the long term, because life is eternal, forever. So the race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure sufferation to the end. And I is a man who loves sufferation. Well, I don't love it, but I take it on board now and try become immune like them, how you become immune to mosquito who carry malaria. They bite you so much you become immune. So I am now immune to the wickedness of man or anything that any human being want to do to me in this life. Immune to it. Anyway, I hope you develop a way to make yourself immune from the negative vibration that we live in. You know, so you can hold firm and burn a fire against all weak heart conception within this time. You see what I mean? Anyway, right now I is going to reload from the firehouse and we'll catch you on another fire, see me? Reload and fire out from firehouse. Rastafari, leave it.